This
You spoil that kid every chance you get.
is the crux of the movie. The first half builds toward it, and the foundation of the second half is set by it. Tracy has 11 total minutes of screen time, but her influence is felt throughout. Roger Ebert, as usual, put it masterfully. We assume Tracy is simply a placeholder, labeled protagonist's wife and denied much dimension, but she is saving her impact until later. Thinking back through the film, our appreciation for its construction grows.
You can't afford to be this naive.
Tracy takes care of her naive husband, a duty she shares with Somerset, as they act almost as parents to the childish David. Later on, they even keep a major secret from him, as parents are wont to do.
David and I are gonna have a baby.
Tracy is the one who reaches out to her husband's partner,
I've been invited to a late supper at your apartment.
while David antagonizes him,
The same reasons you had before you decided to quit, yeah?
You just met me.
forging an unlikely but strong bond despite their limited time together.
Very true.
She shares a bottle of wine with Somerset while David drinks beer. She pours his wine into an actual wine glass, while her husband, either obliviously or passive-aggressively, pours it into something like a highball glass. It's the two of them who laugh at the
Vibrating home.
not David.
All right already.
Despite refusing coffee from him,
Coffee? No?
Somerset appears to have a cup with Tracy at the diner. She likes his name.
It's a good name, William.
She takes an interest in him.
Why aren't you married, William?
Perhaps after years with the childlike David,
I understand you two were high school sweethearts.
the more mature, more cynical, more mysterious Somerset gains a certain allure. Not necessarily a physical attraction, but a mental, emotional connection she doesn't have with her immature husband.
Really?
In her next scene, it looks like she's just wondering where David went, thinking maybe that he's never been so obsessed with a case before. But on rewatch, it tells us she's worried, perhaps about her and her baby's safety, about raising a child with a dad who may be largely absent. She's so vulnerable. And it's Somerset who she looks to and finds a modicum of comfort from regarding her pregnancy. And here we are, at the film's midpoint, witnessing the full and unfortunately final blossoming of their relationship, as they confide in each other, maybe more than they ever do with David, which eventually becomes the ultimate knife twist, but we'll get to that soon. Gwyneth Paltrow takes a lot of flack, but there's no denying her fantastic performance here and throughout the film. And what can you say about Morgan Freeman, except that this features his best performance, period. Yes, even better than The Ritual Killer. Sorry, I mean even better than The Shawshank Redemption. Anyway, during the pregnant pause after
David and I are gonna have a baby.
notice the police siren? This baby is in danger. And now we're back to,
You spoil that kid every chance you get.
which is heartbreaking, of course. Her reaction still gets me every time. But the line also does some heavy lifting. It reinforces Somerset's cynical and myopic worldview and drives home the overwhelming psychological oppression of
This city.
which the writer Andrew Kevin Walker based on his 5 years living in New York. Come on, Andrew, it's not that bad. The scene might seem superfluous initially. Does it matter that much that Tracy's pregnant and Somerset knows? But by the end we realize that it was included to increase the tragedy threefold. She has only 1.5-minute scene after the diner. So while Tracy's more or less gone from the second half, she's kept in our minds subtly.
I've been talking to my wife.
Your wife called before. Get yourself an answer machine.
Hell, my wife doesn't even have cable.
I keep coming home late, my wife's gonna think something's up.
Subconsciously reminding us that she's pregnant, Somerset knows, and her husband, his partner, doesn't. This sets up the ultimate, though unintentional, backstab. It's not just that David's wife has been murdered, or even that she was pregnant, but that she confided this secret to his partner and not him.
He didn't know.
That's the hammer blow that makes even Somerset give up. Resistance to John Doe's fate, i.e. his victory,
If you kill him, he will win.
is now futile. But there are lingering questions. What was Mills going to say when they were shaving?
You know,
Did he suspect his wife of keeping secrets? Of being unfaithful, possibly? Was Tracy going to tell David that she was pregnant?
Your wife called before.
Was she going to name the baby after Somerset?
It's a good name, William.
Was it his bond with Tracy that made him forego retirement?
Where you gonna be?
I'll be around.
I like believing that. The final tragedy
You spoil that kid every chance you get.
is that the kid will never get a chance to be spoiled. Oh, Mr. Walker, you sadistic genius. And let's not forget David Fincher, the modern master of tension, for extracting the utmost here to create a truly brilliant moment.
Thank you.
I agree with the second part.